Previously, when King Callia came to meet Callia and her baby with his children, he declared that Callia was Kia's lost daughter and his granddaughter. And as Callia apologized to her for arriving late, Callia broke into heavy tears. Observing this, Shyman embraced her and urged her to weep to her heart's content, as she needed it. After this, Callia's children introduced themselves to Callia, mentioning that they were her uncles and aunts, and promising her that they would protect her and her baby. Later, when Callia met with Dr. Alan, she complained to him that she kept having dirty thoughts. Hearing this, Alan declared that she was obviously in love with Shyman. Not wanting to believe it, Callia fled the scene, reflecting that she couldn't love him, as they were just friends. Amid this, Callia nearly collided with Wizard Derek. However, she avoided him by jumping over him, and as she landed on the ground, she apologized to him for her behavior. Running towards the cliff, she wondered why she was running away, as she had done nothing wrong. So, let's dive into the chapters 58, 59 and 60 of the manhwa, The Baby Isn't Yours. As Callia arrives near the edge to see crystal clear water, she reflects on how she almost crashed into Derek earlier. She then wonders if he is criticizing her for jumping over his head. Suddenly, Derek appears by following her closely. Seeing him, she asks if he is here to complain about her previous behavior. To this, Derek replies that he never knew Lua's lord had such a beautiful daughter. Shocked by his statement, Callia wonders if he mistakes her for the lord's daughter. Mesmerized by her beauty, Derek remarks that destiny is speaking. As when the scary Commander Callia disappeared, Shyman went crazy and did everything he could to find her. And now he finally understands that his master Shyman is in love with Callia. Approaching her, Derek introduces himself as a promising wizard, leaving Callia to wonder why he doesn't recognize her. Offering a pink rose, Derek asks if she can at least tell him her first name. To this, Callia tries to clarify his misconception, but before she can, Shyman arrives and immediately burns the rose. And as Callia looks at Shyman, he responds her with a dazzling smile. Moving closer, Shyman calls Callia by her name and asks if she enjoys this sort of thing. Hearing the name Callia, Derek flinches heavily with eyes wide in shock. He wonders if this beautiful lady is the same Callia Taxiact he once saw in the capital. Terrified, he internally screams that it can't be possible, and there's no way he could not recognize this person. Amid this, Shyman wraps Callia in a warm blanket, then swiftly plants a gentle kiss on her forehead. And as Shyman remarks if Callia wishes to turn the sea into flowers, she is able to do it. Annoyed, she asks him where on earth he learned to speak like that. Embracing her, he assures her that he means every word sincerely. Moreover, he confesses that during their time apart, realized that something had changed, as every time he couldn't sleep, he only thought about the night they were intimate for the first time. And he clearly remembers that she thought he had a weak body that couldn't handle her even a single night. However, he has been working on his stamina every day. He declares that if they are ever intimate again, he will be ready to handle her monster-like strength. Besides, he promises he will not fall asleep first. Therefore, Callia should look forward to it because she will be surprised by his performance. Listening to their private talks, Derek gets annoyed and wonders what's going on. Dear viewers, apologies for the interruption. If you're genuinely enjoying the content on this channel, please consider hitting the subscribe icon with all notifications, since this little support of yours will help this creator continue delivering high-quality work to brighten your day. And take a moment at the end of the video to leave a comment, sharing your thoughts on the content. Your feedback means a lot. Now, let's not take up too much of your time and jump back into the story. Meanwhile, somewhere in the kingdom of the desert, Prince Adios and his companion, Demon, travel to a particular place. There, Adios dreams of a lady skeleton, who resembles his mother. Suddenly, the skeleton begins to cry, pleading with Adios to come to his mommy. Observing him in pain, Demon casts a spell on him, remarking that his hallucinations are intensifying these days. Coming to his senses, Adios complains about his scary dreams. To this, Demon hugs him and sadly calls him her poor prince. She then reflects that there's a terrible tragedy hidden beneath his beautiful appearance. Smirking, she ambiguously adds that he is the more beautiful prince of misfortune. A few minutes later, Adios arrives in his kingdom, Aken, where Adios is welcomed by Aken's chief doctor, Lyric. Approaching, Lyric embraces Adios and compliments him for his hard work. And as Lyric asks if Adios is well, Adios requests the doctor to give him the drug right away. Taking out the drug, Lyric questions if Adios's hallucinations have become severe. After loading the injection, the doctor injects it into Adios's body, causing dark energy to radiate from him. And when drug takes effect, the scary dream of the skeleton lady begins to disappear. Observing Adios's situation, Lyric inquires if he is alright. To this, Adios smiles and thanks the doctor for the drug. Moving away, he orders Demon to accompany him to meet his father. From here, the scene transitions to about 25 years ago, where Adios's mother and the queen of the Aken Empire sacrifices many subjects of her kingdom to become the true king of the kingdom. She pleads with Demon to make her Aken kingdom the strongest empire in whole world. Hearing her plea, Demon declares it impossible, stating that their god will not allow it. Enraged, the queen yells that the demon is a useless and incompetent low-level demon. She asks if she sacrificed so many slaves just for a worthless demon who cannot fulfill her wish. Angered, the demon mentions that she summoned him without his consent, hence he will take what she loves the most against her will. The demon decides to take the heart of her beloved son, Adios. Holding her lifeless son in her hands, the queen regrets her actions. Amid this, Dr. Lyric arrives and states that he thinks he can save the prince. And as the queen asks how, the doctor presents a heart infused with dark energy. Returning to the present, Adios mentions that the fairy king is attempting to interfere with their plan. Suddenly, the dark entity shows an image of Callia and her son, asking if there a way to kidnap them and bring them here, suggesting that they would taste better than Adios's young heart. To this, Adios conveys that it's impossible, even for the dark entity. The dark entity affirms Adios, stating that King Callia's spear has the power to destroy demon. Hearing this, Adios clutches his chest and deliberately gazes at Callia's image. Feeling a sense of gloom, he wonders why his heart aches so much at the sight of her, and he desperately wants to understand what kind of sadness this is. Suddenly, the entity possesses Adios's sick father, mentioning that it feels something off around Adios. As it assesses the situation, the entity detects an unpleasant force surrounding him. To this, Adios inquires what is wrong. The entity replies that it is uncertain but will inform him after further investigation. Shifting his gaze at Lyric, Adios inquires about the state of the military. In response, Lyric informs that their numbers have only reached 500. Springing up, Adios exclaims that their army would be instantly knocked down by a single swing of Callia's spear. And as Adios leaves the scene, Lyric states that the king of Angelo is in the conference room, so they must ask him for reinforcements. Meanwhile, in the Lord's castle, Callia sits in the baby's room beside her baby Shasha's cradle. Concerned, she reflects that it has been 2 days already, then why she is avoiding Shyman. She asks herself if she really hates him, admitting that she doesn't understand this feeling. Growing frustrated, Callia decides she must confront Shyman to figure out how she truly feels. At this moment, Gallas knocks on the door, asking for permission to enter. And as Callia allows her in, Gallas enters the room with washed diapers and snacks. Excited, Callia remarks that she earned this position after defeating the nanny, and she will take care of Shasha tonight without anyone help. She then asks if Gallas stayed up all night caring for Shasha yesterday, to which Gallas expresses that she did it because she liked it. Caressing her belly, Callia comments that she will soon return to her pre-pregnancy weight, and now she feels sad, as liked her rounder look from before. Still, she needs to take care of her physical strength until she returns to the capital. By extending her hands to Gallas's face, Callia thanks her for always believing in her and supporting her for the past 10 months. Making a cat-like face, Gallas remarks that Callia is truly an unpredictable person. With a goddess smile, Callia reflects that no one knows when or where the end will come, so she needs both Gallas and Shyman to do their best in the lives they live now, with no regrets. Interrupting Callia's thoughts, Gala declares that she will not leave her side so easily. She adds that she followed her out of her own will, so Callia doesn't need to feel sorry. Moreover, according to her, Callia needs to worry about her and her baby, as family is the most precious thing in this world. And Gallas admits that they may not be together forever, so she wants to protect this moment. Gallas then remembers her past memory, recalling that despite her family wasn't rich in everything, her family was a happy one. However, one day an epidemic broke out in the city, and due to the tyranny of the Lord, all the doctors were taken to the castle. And if they had no money, they had no choice but to die without receiving treatment or prescriptions. And even her family couldn't avoid illness either. For this, Gallas spent all her money to buy medicine. But it was too late, as her family left, leaving her alone in the world. Besides, she left no money after buying the unused medicines. Therefore, she had to do odd jobs in the damn Lord's castle. And even there, she thought there would only be endless misery in her life. She also thought all hope was lost because she wasn't a nobleman. Yet, there she met Commander Callia, a commoner knight who saved the village right before her eyes, giving Gallas a greater hope to start a new, better life. Gallas adds that Callia may not remember, but if it weren't for her, she wouldn't be where she is today. For that reason alone, Gallas will do anything for Callia and her family, who saved her from that misfortune. Suddenly, Callia gently declares that Gallas is also a member of her family. Touched by her words, Gallas turns away, mentioning that she will take her leave. And as Gallas runs off, she asks Callia to call her if she needs anything. Hearing Gallas's loud weeping outside, Callia says it's okay to cry at times like this. She then turns to Shasha, requesting him to act like a child when he is a child, and to act like an adult when he becomes an adult. Sensing her touch, Shasha wakes up, and she tells him how cute he looks when he wakes up. Delivering a kiss, she adds that she doesn't want him to be sick or have a hard time. Amid this, Callia hears a baby's voice calling her mom, expressing a desire to learn magic. Chuckling, she asks if it's Shasha, to which Shasha replies that he wants his mother and father Shyman together. He also wants to learn magic from his father, as he is a great wizard. Just then, Shyman barges into the room, shouting that it's unfair for him not to meet Shasha. Annoyed, Callia scolds him for his lack of courtesy, pointing out what could have happened if she were breastfeeding at that moment. Reflecting his mistake, Shyman quietly steps back and shuts the door from outside the room. And this time, he knocks politely on the door, seeking her permission to come inside. And as Callia allows him, he enters the room with a pouting face. Seeing his reaction, she reflects that he looks so cute when he acts like a child. Approaching her, Shyman sits on the bed beside Callia. With a dazzling smile, he asks how he can win her over. Embarrassed, Callia requests that he stop grinning like that. As we wrap up today's segment, thank you for being with us until the very end. I'll be sharing fresh videos of this manga and exciting new series every weekend. Your support is invaluable, so please subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated. Your encouragement keeps the channel thriving, and I appreciate it immensely. Until next time, take care and goodbye.